Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. This is a daily. Yesterday we came 625th EIE. Oy, that's not what I'm talking about. That's some bad shit right there. Right there. 4.56 percentile, and just a relatively bad score because basically, if you want to get to the root cause analysis of what happened, I had a fundamental ignorance of the fact that if you go to a crawl space on the boss rush, then you respawn when you come out in the boss room, thus costing us an AWAS rune, thus costing us a trip to the womb 2, maybe costing us a trip to Shoal via a self-sacrifice room. You get the idea. Like, it's a harsh punishment for a relatively modest crime, as far as I'm concerned. The crime of just being slightly ignorant about crawl space interaction. We're going to Mom's Heart, which means no Hush, which means no Delirium, and it is an Azazel daily. We're still something like 47th on the leaderboards, so, the top 100 leaderboard, so we didn't actually dip, but I mean, we made it harder to move up and easier to move down, which is not where I want to be. An Azazel daily that goes to Mom's Heart, like, not to make you turn off the video instantly and, you know, ruin my so-called career, but at the same time, ooh, little Steven. It's like the most boring concept for a daily. You know, the most overpowered character, and the game finishes before you could possibly fight the bosses who actually make Azazel suffer. That being said, that just means the onus is on us to make it, you know, exciting in its own way, right? Like, it's up to us to bring the heat. And so far, I gotta say, like, obviously our damage is very good, and I'm super happy about that. Obviously, getting a Guppy item is very nice. Little Steven's okay, and Cricket's head is awesome. I'm excited. I mean, I am excited, but I'm not that excited about the I'm excited pill, but we had to try, right? And we'll try this as well. It's like a 2-second cost as we head down to the next floor. I would love to redeem myself. I know that the public opinion fluctuates. Economic confidence in my abilities changes on a regular basis. There are times when people go, NL, you're amazing. I don't know how you make that play. Only a brain that's as, like, twisted as yours when it comes to Isaac could have come up with that. And then there's other times where people go, does this dude know that he just skipped an item room? You know, it happens. But the good news is, despite the fact that this is completely ignorant of probability and statistics, we're due for a good run. We've had a couple in a row that, I mean, honestly, I know they're bad because Sinvicta has talked to me about the dailies. Sinvicta only talks to me about the dailies after he beats me. He's very rude about it. He goes, hey, nice daily score. As soon as he says nice daily score, I know it was not a nice daily score and he beat me. What a rude man. I am insulted by the damage that I took there. That's okay. We got 98 bombs now. Oh, that was extremely bad damage. What am I gonna do with 98 bombs? Well, the easy money is you go to your secret rooms and you blow this guy up. And we have to buy a spirit heart if we want to get a deal with the devil, so money is useful. I will use a key. We got a key back and enough money. We don't need a key to get into our shop, so we'll use a key here. We'll blow up the stone chest. We got IV bag. IV bag is bad, but if we get well, it's bad situationally for us right now, but it can be amazing in some situations as well. So there's no spirit heart for sale in here. But we do have Dull Razor. It's kind of a weird call here. Because Dull Razor... Oh, that was close. Dull Razor, if we get, like, Varicose Veins, is excellent. If we don't get Varicose Veins, Dull Razor is worse than probably either the IV bag or... Guppy's Paw, which is, you know, what we're rocking right now, and we've got Inertia there, so we'll probably stick with that. Just shooting these on the off chance, maybe, you know, Pageant Boy now takes us to enough money to have a chance to get theirs options, which could be very useful. Rest assured, time does matter on this run, and I'm aware of that. I would love to get to, I would love to get to Boss Rush. I mean, I would say it's pretty much, on a run like this that's starting powerfully, it's pretty much compulsory to get to Boss Rush if we want any chance of a decent rank. With 99 bombs, no reason not to invest a little heavily, at least, there to try to get some more money. Also hoping to get some Spirit hearts in the process, but no such luck. Okay, last chance. We're looking for second secret rooms. We got a black card, which is very useful, and we might be able to take a deal with the devil, but, you know, the ideal deal with the devil for us right now is Brimstone. It's oftentimes the case as Azazel, but I think, like, particularly right now, in a situation where our HP is a little on the low side for taking a very aggressive deal with the devil stance, Brimstone is the only non-negotiable. So we get speed plus range, which is good, and then we get 2 items I don't care about. So honestly, as much as we've done a lot of backtracking on this floor, 1.85 speed is excellent. I think I'm going to accept our backtracking and go to this curse room and then leave. And I'm not taking IV bag with me. Okay, well, that's fine. Saved a bomb at least. Not worth too much in the whole scheme of things, but it's okay. We got to 10 cents. If only we'd gotten a nickel out of the secret room, the shopkeeper with the stars in his eyes, we could have gotten there's options. But it's not, I don't think there's any other opportunity to gather money here, so I don't feel too bad about this. And all things considered, this run is actually fine. I do wish that I hadn't been hit on the last floor by enemies, but to be honest with you, life goes on. The speed increase as Azazel is extremely valuable. If you can't get range, speed is a nice helper as a, you know, an easier way for you to get into and out of these fights as quickly as possible. So we are really, like, at this point, you look at a run like this, and you're like, it's like you're going to private school, and everybody's got a 4.0 GPA. You're looking at this, and you're like, what the hell are we going to do to separate ourselves, you know, to succeed in an increasingly competitive job market, exacerbated by automation? Could buy a spirit heart there. An easy answer is you just don't get hit. Now, we've already broken that promise, Master Wayne, so we gotta come up with a new plan. And I don't know what that plan is going to be yet. But I am gonna pop this here. This is just yet another example of us, like, really wanting there's options, because little chat is not gonna do much for us here, but we'll take it in the hopes of getting... Ooh, that's fine. In the hopes of getting a, Dark Bum later. Or maybe we'll just have HP that we'll need. This floor is going to be extremely fast. And not just because we just, you know, got ourselves to the speed cap. Unlike the Tears cap, I haven't really thought out loud about this, but unlike the Tears cap, there's really no, way to raise the speed cap. Is there? I don't think it's possible to get over 2 speed. I mean, at some point, you'd probably start to consider your speed a little bit of a detriment, I imagine, but, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. We have other things to do. We want to get free. We want to get free. We want to get free. Ride into the sun. She never loved me. She never loved me. She never loved me. Why should anyone? Come here, come here, come here. I'll take your photo for you. It's been a while. Look, that was the hottest song of 2001. Let's Get Free by the Vines. If someone from the Vines is watching this, I'm not insulting you, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. We haven't been to our item room yet, so we can't really spend a key there. Straw. Dude, the straw is a great item. This is going to speed us up. Now, have we been to the shop? Yes. Where is the secret room? That might not even find it. That was... I hate that I did that, but... Oh, at least the doubling down was actually smart for once. Okay. Money, please. What makes you small is fine. No money. Perks. Luck up. Luck up's great. We're so far ahead of schedule. No worries. The straw, really good for boss rush, by the way. Let's open one of these. I think we opened the right one. They're both the right one. Okay, sweet. That's great news. Now, what was on the shop? What was on the shop for 15 cents? Because we do have the opportunity to buy that item. Emperor Judgment. We pop down the Judgment. You know what? We're just going to play this dang old Judgment right here. I can always buy another Spirit Heart, and that would be acceptable. Instead, we get Bum Friend. I think, as much as I hate to say this, and as much as this is, it's a decision motivated by the fact that this is a daily, I'm going to ignore Bum Friend because I don't particularly like it. And because it's a daily, I have a good excuse to ignore it, as much as I hate to say it. Stop shooting when you place bombs. This is an over-investment. Odds are, well, you know what? No big deal. Grab this. I'm grabbing that for a deal with the devil chance. Like, we may want to save some HP for that. And, I don't know, the Emperor card's a little funky right now. I kind of feel like I just want to use it immediately on the next floor. Or maybe to get out of a curse room. Which I probably should have used it on this floor. Yeah, let's try to make sure we're getting some benefit out of the Emperor card. We don't need to speed up. By the way, the straw can give us the occasional half spirit heart, so I saw that on a non-daily run recently that might not have gone up yet, but that makes it potentially extremely useful, as you can see right there. So our HP should be good, but I think now we've got to we got to tighten up. We got to make this run near perfect to give ourselves the best possible chance of success. So what does that mean? You know, use the straw when appropriate. Find those secret rooms. And make sure you're getting value out of the cards like the Emperor. Like, if we can use that to save damage from a curse room, that 50 points could move us up 10 leaderboard positions on a daily that's pretty tight. So, also, big deal, use secret rooms to get into rooms that normally would require a key, or 2 keys even. These things are a little tough in here. That's a funny joke. Okay. Do we know this? 48-hour energy. Not great with the straw, but still fine. It's the wrong trinket for us, but it's a fun trinket when the situations, you know, when the stars align, for lack of a better word. Alright, so now we got 5 keys. We'll go into our item room. It's a bad item. Now we go into our other room that required a key. And it's a bad item again. But I don't think this one actually requires... Wow, that was close. I don't think this one actually requires us to lose points. Because we get the points back when we swap again, I think. Just use the straw whenever appropriate. Again, we're going to be way ahead of schedule here. And why are we not teleporting here? It's more important to get the consumables when the room's done, assuming we don't get hit, which is a pretty safe assumption considering our damage right now. And we really want to get full exploration bonus and stuff like that. It's a perfect room for the straw. We started like right next to an enemy. Yeah, it's pretty much, at this point, this run is about not getting hit. Flat penny is the perfect trinket for us to have. We were low on keys. We're getting a lot of golden chests, and then beyond that, you know, you get points for each key. We do want to look for the second secret room. This seems like probably the most logical spot. This is the second most logical spot. Thought maybe we'd get the mushroom there too. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so, bad damage, yes, but an Awaz rune. Yera, Perthro, Yera, Dagaz. No Awaz. So Yera's not really that functional, to be honest with you. Because we're not going to be going to the chest unless we go to the dark room, which requires finding a self-sacrifice room, which is honestly something we should be considering, but generally speaking, on a run that goes to Mom, I at least want to try to do boss rush and then find a self-sacrifice room later. So no deal, huh? You take Perthro, Yera, or Emperor. I think you take Perthro because we've got to deal with the devil coming up. And we could always get a teleport card on this floor anyway that we could use to get out of the curse room. Oh, that was just the worst damage. That one's embarrassing. But I think we're, to be honest with you, I don't want to fall into this trap that, like, anytime you get hit, it's a mistake. You know, sure, people go like, well, I don't want to get myself into the habit of thinking of, you know, damage as a good thing. You know, you're under the false impression that perfection is something that can be achieved. We humans, we're imperfect machines. You know, we can... Not a teleport card. We can try as we might, but, you know, there's going to be momentary lapses of focus. Even the best athletes of all time, you know, they didn't win every time. What is this? Hairpin. Poke that power outlet. Blesses charge you? What did it, blesses charge you? Bosses charge you. Okay, I don't know. But I do know we're rerolling that. And the aura is potentially awesome. It's a huge damage upgrade. Greed just got shit on. Okay, now, as much as I just said, you know, we can't be perfect, we have to be perfect. Because having this damage upgrade means that we are in, like, an ungodly position. By the way, I like to be the Zane Master. You know that's my spirit animal is the Billy Zane. However, I have to go for the other trinket. And it brings me no pleasure to say that. But I have to go for the other trinket. The reason is, we don't need a charge. We're already getting charges all the time. Yeah, just take that for now. This is wonderful. Oh, that was the worst straw usage. Just don't get hit. We're going to get hit at some point. The longer we can go without getting hit is what matters. You know what? Fuck it, dude. I'm not taking Cambion Conception. I will take Mom's Knife. And at this point, the only way you could construct a daily that's more boring, I know what you're gonna say, is by taking Mom's Knife on an Azazel run. But we have the keys to the kingdom, you know? Not every Super Bowl is gonna be that last Super Bowl. Sometimes it's gonna be a blowout. And we are definitely, like, it's in our best interest to do things this way. So now we gotta think. What's our way, how do we break this run? How do we get, you know, the point totals that are gonna make us a happy camper? And the answer is, we need AWAS, followed by a self-sacrifice room. Mystery Sack can give us runes, but it's somewhat unlikely. We have to be very, very, conscious of the cards that we get, the runes that we get, etc., etc. Because those are going to make all the difference when it comes to getting a high score here. To be honest, we already have a great score, considering we're only on the Depths 1. And of course, in my head, I'm like, ah, well, might have been if I didn't walk into fire trying to dodge around an enemy, but wow, excuse me? Let's just ignore the fact that I've had some mistakes on this run, and instead we'll endeavor to make it better in the future. I really want to get to the Dark Room because we have 4 luck. So our odds of getting something from the Dark Room are high. By the way, this is going to cost us our damage aura for now, unless there's a teleport card in here. You got to check, though. Look at that. There's another 200 points just for that. Not a teleport card, but we will take the Magician. Oh, we got our damage aura back, so fuck you, buddy. Alright. Still ahead of schedule, despite trying to get every conceivable advantage on this run. So, we're gonna play this guy. I would love HP, so if we gotta deal with the devil in the future, we could actually, you know, take it. Sorry, buddy. 2 of clubs is fine. It means we can use as many bombs as we want for the rest of the game and still get our maximum point bonus. Hook me up. Oh, the map. It's, I mean, I shouldn't have sounded that excited, but it's just okay, but you can tell that I'm like in min-max mode right now. I think we've got a genuine shot at a top 100 finish if we play very well from this point onwards. Well, that was actually extremely worth it. I mean, we have as many points right now as we had when I finished Boss Rush on the last run. I'm coming for you, Simvicta. And by that, I mean I'm gonna beat you on today's show. But then beyond that, I also need to point out, you're not even in the top 100, so I don't know why I'm wasting my time worried about, you know, what somebody outside of the top 100 is gonna trash talk me about. You threw the first, you drew first blood, okay? You drew first blood. Now, the straw with 19.92 damage is gonna kill everything. We still have to use it all the time, because it's going to give us a chance. Oh, it didn't kill those guys first try. It's going to give us a chance at getting these half spirit hearts, which are extremely important, not just for peace of mind, but if we ever want a, that's what I was hoping for. Just a lucky guess, I guess. But if we ever want to play a self-sacrifice room, we're going to need as much HP as possible. So it is valuable for me right now. Dude, I don't know. It's actually fairly tempting to take Book of Shadows and, I mean, okay, sure, that's excellent, thank you. But it's fairly tempting to take Book of Shadows long-term here. In fact, I'm actually going to... This is how you know I'm in full-on, you know, fuck you, min-max mode. Check this out. We're gonna go back. We got plenty of time, my dear. Plenty of time. Go back. grab this battery charge. We're going to use that on the way out of the cursed room. Full HP. That's what I like to see. For you and for me, it's full HP. Okay, so grab this. So much time. And this is where we stop being on the clock. As soon as we get into boss rush, life's good. Because we actually have no hush fight existing on this run. It can't exist. We could get to the void floor, although it's very unlikely. It basically just requires us getting teleported after the mom fight, or at least the portal existing after the mom fight. We can use a key, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, Seraphim is fine, honestly. Those occasional Sacred Heart tears, not against it, not against it. Bomb. Bomb. What? We just gotta look, like, we might as well try to get all of the special rooms while we work our way to our boss fight here. We still have a decent amount of time. Like this, we're starting to get to the point where maybe wasting 8 seconds on this room is not the right call. You gotta check, though. You gotta check. Like I said, you gotta check. We can probably beat Mom in, like, maybe less than 10 seconds. Maybe less than 5 seconds, to be honest, So there's up, and then there's right. This should be the shop, and then the only other... Oh, well, No. I have many excuses. We don't have to pick up Swallowed Penny. Let me count the reasons why. First, we have an already good spacebar item that's doing great work. Secondly, we take Swallowed Penny all the time when it shows up. Thirdly, it's going to add a little mental overhead to this run that I'm not sure I'm okay with right now. I'm a little nervous about accidentally misusing it, is what I'm trying to say. So, I do think you take Guardian Angel, and I think you fight both of these guys. There's no way this takes us more than, you know, a minute and costs us boss rush. And it gives us a very modest amount of points. And you know what? I would like more Angel rooms in the future. Let's do it. So we're going to take the negative, or by the Polaroid, of course, my mistake. And we'll take Spider Bites. Alright, so we're off the clock. Now we can focus. And honestly, we've played well on today's run, especially lately. Very, very little preventable damage. And we've held on to this aura damage bonus for a long time. And that's what we need to do. So don't sweat the... Don't sweat the tiny enemies unless they have a chance to hit you. Watch out for beams, though. Because the tiny enemies will just get killed in the, they'll get killed in the straw plays anyway. If we can... I would consider this daily, and I don't mean that as an exaggeration. I would consider this daily a success if we can get through this without losing our damage aura. To be able to stay at 19 damage. I mean, with Mom's Knife plus 9 damage is fine. You know, we're not gonna cry over it if we lose it, but to keep it is very, very valuable. And I mean, you're seeing right now the speed with which we're able to make this happen. So now, to be honest with you, this run pretty much entirely becomes how do we get further than Mom's heart? Pop up, pop up. The honest answer to that question is we're pretty much at the whim of the game. If we get an AWAS room, if we find a self-sacrifice room, we can feel like completely okay taking them. Although I will admit, I'd love to have like Gimpy before going to the self-sacrifice room, or at least a decent amount of Spirit Hearts on the floor. Because, you know, it does cost us 12 to do it. That was like a less than 2-minute boss rush. So we're gonna head downwards here. We lost our damage aura when we went down, but we should recover it immediately. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, you can't take my aura just because I left. Lock up. Okay, 6 luck, paralysis. We shouldn't take pills maybe, because Bad Trip could be a -10 damage down. Which I guess would be a 10 damage up. You know what I mean, though. Thank you. Alright, so again, time matters very little here. It also keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking. But we have very little to worry about. Just play your run sensibly. We need nothing. So we really... I mean, we wanna be fast, but at the same time, we never want to put ourselves at all in harm's way. There's just no reason to. I don't think I'm even... And this is how, again, full-on min-max, fuck you, NL, what happens sort of mode. But this is, you know, the decisions you have to make on the daily. If you're mad about it, we'll have a conversation about that in about 10 seconds here. But I'm not going to take Fate because it's an HP upgrade. And what do I care about an HP upgrade when we can already fly? 1 HP is where we want to be. I mean, I just deliberately use that spacebar item to avoid picking up an Eternal Heart. I want to be at 1 HP because it gives us the chance to get the permanent Polaroid invincibility. And that's worth way more than the value of 1 red heart at this point in our lifespan. Especially because our deal with the angel chance is high. As high as it can get, basically, under semi-normal circumstances. So I'm sincerely about like 3,000 or 4,000 points, give or take a little bit. If that's an AWAS rune, I'm in love. God, still good for killing a boss or something. But we're sincerely, you know, a few thousand points above where I normally am. Great consumable setup. This is the potential to be like a very, very impressive run. Now, everybody's going to be doing all right on today's run for certain. It's up to us to, you know, prove that we deserve to be in that upper echelon. And I think we're maybe getting a little lucky. And by that, I mean our luck stat is high. You know, that could be something that tilts things for us in the future here. I think we made the right trinket selection. We can use 26 bombs like risk-free. We got unlimited HP right now, but obviously on a self-sacrifice room that's gonna change potentially. And we haven't been hit in like 3 or 4 floors. So I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm looking at the tail of the tape right here, and I'm like, your boy is doing a good job. Right now. Couple of not amazing bits of damage on this whole run, but you gotta give yourself a little bit on every single run, right? Probably, I think we blow that up. It's a free bomb, and whatever we get is even better. Okay. Don't want to jinx myself. Pretty easy boss fight to not take damage on. 3rd golden heart. And blood clot is fine. So we're down to the next floor. On this floor, we need to find a self-sacrifice room. Or this is the end, basically. And if it's the end, then by all means, if you got past this, you deserve it. You deserve to have more points than me. Should be using the straw more often, obviously. Because that is a skill. It's an important skill. On dailies especially. Well, on dailies only. Because those, unless you're playing with the run objectives mod, those are the only ones that artificially curtail your progress. But obviously, I'm interested in going to this curse room. We cannot do so for free, so we'll look for a teleport card, but push comes to shove, we'll go to it regardless. Death card. I mean, I'd like it, but be careful here. I feel like a death card is irrelevant because we have the straw. Oh, he's so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't like being on a Curse of the Unknown right now. Curse of the Lost, I mean. Because you look at it and you go, where is this self-sacrifice room? It's gotta be somewhere. And by it's gotta be, I mean there's like a 40% chance we got one. Probably you just... I mean, you could blow that guy up for a better deal with the devil chance, but keep in mind, the rhyme I designed to explain in due time. Now keep in mind, you've got to get the shovel to make that pay for itself. If we don't get the shovel, there's no other way we're getting the value out of having blown him up, I think. I don't know, though. Right now, I'm just... I mean, it's not that it's a tough run, but I am proud of myself for not having gotten hit recently. We still have, like, not amazing range. So to not get hit for a long, long time on an Azazel run is still, like, you know, don't pat yourself on the back so hard you break your spine. But it's a nice feeling. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm not necessarily trash at the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. But I will say, there's gonna be a lot of nerves if I don't find a self-sacrifice. I mean, if I find a self-sacrifice room, the pressure's on as well, because I don't think we have any spirit hearts out here. Take it, of course. So we're gonna, I mean, even if we find a self-sacrifice room, we got our work cut out for us, but you gotta do it. So this is another dead end. We'll get a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel. Keep in mind, I don't think there's any deal with the angel items that allow us to progress. Although I suppose, like, it's a second secret room. It could be like a rune or something. We might as well fight Mom's Heart right now. We've already found our second secret room, so don't worry about that. Alright, beat Mom's Heart without getting hit. Didn't kill the turrets on the first crack. It's the most vulnerable possible place you could be in there, but problem solved. Oh, shovel. Just give me the shovel. I want the shovel now. Dark Crown. It does give us permanent Polaroid invincibility. Not to mention all this money that we wouldn't have otherwise had, so there's points there. We got our spirit art back anyway. We have to look. I gotta look. Sorry. See, I see them haters giving me salty looks. Lowry's. So what's our plan here? Stick to the wall. Your bombs are free. Use them. Use them. I don't think there's a self-sacrifice room. I think we haven't been to the curse room yet. You gotta look. Fuck the golden heart. That's fine. See you later, golden heart. So we've lost our damage bonus. It doesn't matter. You have to look. If that's the end of today's daily, I'm proud. We really, as far as I'm concerned, did what we had to do. Well, we still got this guy. You don't blow him up. You play him in the hopes that somehow he gives you the shovel. He didn't. There's no chance this gives us, like, an AWAS rune or something. I think. I mean, luck up, paralysis. I'm excited. Still, you gotta look. Sorry. Let's see. We haven't found our regular secret room yet. Amnesia. Can't be adjacent to this one, then. We did already go to this room, right? Yeah, we fought that one. I mean, to be honest, we are costing ourselves points. From a time standpoint. I'm not too concerned. There we go. AWAS. AWAS. No AWAS, huh? Well. Again, it's possible we missed the window. Usually I do find... We gotta try. Usually I do find that there is an avenue on runs like this. There tends to be a way, but sometimes there isn't. So let's see how we did here. We really looked for it at the very least. 55th. Okay, I'm relatively confident there was not a way out then. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.